Salute you two family. Salute. We're back. We're back. Like the video, smash the video, subscribe, smash the video. Feel me? Oh man. Smash that video, man. Um you guys already know what it is, man. The red corner. We're talking boxing, we're talking MMA. And there's definitely some interesting stuff that has gone on recently. Kind of the main topic I would say today is John Jones wanting $30 million. But before that, I wanna just touch what you were saying to me just a second ago. Just break that down.
Oh, about Connor? Yeah, I didn't. I just looked up how much he made to fight Khabib. Because I thought, I mean, well, I did a little bit of research. I mean, I thought that that was ridiculous. You mean when you look at George St. Pierre and Michael Bisping, that fight, I think George St. Pierre took home 4.5 million.
Really? That's his
Yeah, I
highest
think he took
payday?
home. I believe so. Well, the thing is now it gets tricky because it's like that list that I looked at was supposed to be the highest paydays, but that fight wasn't on there, and Connor made 50 million, and all the fights on there were less than that. So I don't think that that fight. Well, I think that after pay per view he took that home, but I don't think the
Exactly.
UFC was. Yeah, I don't think that that was just like his guarantee.
Yeah, because
That
you
wasn't his
exactly
guarantee. His
that
guarantee was probably like
right,
10 million, 10, 15,
which is
if
still
that.
high, which is still high itself
Yeah, it's
for
still
an
crazy,
MMA.
but which is
Yeah,
still, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's very high. I mean, bro, it's honestly, it's kind of ridiculous, bro. Because like the if you get signed to the UFC and you don't have a big name, bro, you will only make like $10,000 to $15,000 a fight,
that's
right?
crazy, man. That's
And that's I
crazy.
know it's wild. I mean, because you got to think about taxes, which
Taxes,
I
you got
didn't
to
know
pay your
this. I didn't know
trainers.
this. In Vegas, they don't even in Vegas there's not taxes
They don't take your
for
taxes.
when you fight. Nope.
Interesting. Okay.
So
Huh.
that's what DJ Demetrius Johnson he was talking about actually because I watched his he did an interview last with Islam that he
Mhm,
posted yesterday. And he was
mhm.
talking about how he likes to fight in Vegas because there's no taxes.
Yeah,
They
taxes,
were
tax
comparing it to
to
go
New
for it.
York.
No, Australia.
Okay. Well, how was
Yeah,
Australia?
yeah, yeah. I mean just high. I would think it was like 15%.
Holy shit, that's
Yeah,
high.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was
High.
like a 15%.
That's really high,
You know,
bro. That's
yeah,
true
it's
good high.
crazy.
But yeah, I
It's
mean, you
crazy, and
gotta
you gotta
you gotta think about your
pay
train.
your coaches, bro.
Yeah, you gotta pay your trainers. You gotta pay your sparring partners. You gotta pay. You camp in general is expensive. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You gotta pay for Well, yeah, you gotta pay for transportation. I'm assuming, right? Um,
Hmm.
10 is easily gonna get down to like about 7. Oh, sorry, 10. No, that's about to
Way
go to
less
get
than
on.
that. 10
Yeah,
will
yeah,
get
yeah.
down to three, bro.
Yeah, yeah, 3 easily, easily.
Yeah,
With
I mean that's
snap of a finger, snap of
there's
the
no
finger.
way that if you're fighting in the UFC, you should have to work another job. There's
Yeah,
just no way.
I mean, you're
Like,
putting your body
come
out
on
there
now.
for I mean, come on, $10,000, and then I mean, how long are you gonna? How long is your camp? It should be an 8-week camp, right? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Uh, uh,
8 weeks.
s-
Some are longer. Some are
yeah,
12 week
right.
camps.
Some are longer, so that's 3 months of the year, right? You for
Yep.
$10,000? No, but obviously, I mean, this is a no name fighter. This is someone that doesn't have a bit.
Yeah,
But
but think about
regardless.
most fighters only fight 3 times a year, bro. 3 or 4 times a year.
So say you're a mid tier fighter. You're making 30,000 to fight, or not even there yet.
Bro, even some of the like if you're just looking at purses, even like like we just had I'm trying to think of like probably Max Holloway. Like Max Holloway probably only made like 500K from the UFC to fight that. And he probably I don't know I need to. That's what something that I should need to do a little bit more research on about main and co-main about about who gets like the share of pay per view. I mean, it probably just depends on your name more
Yeah,
than
most
likely.
likely depends on your name and how you
Yeah.
how you
So
negotiate your
yeah,
contract of the fight. Well, that's how it is for boxing. You got guys. I wonder how they're actually making money in boxing because no lie, you got to wonder, right? If a fight
Mhm.
does like nowadays, a good pay per view number is anything over 300,000, right?
Bro, I have the same question, dog, because this fight that's supposed to come up with Canelo and Bud is a $600 million fight.
Yeah,
From
600
where, bro? Like,
million.
where does that come from?
Well, okay, so you got the guy Turkey Al Sheikh. You know who he is, right?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Because
He
that's
has
happening in Saudi Arabia, isn't it?
right. It's a Saudi
Oh,
fight.
okay.
Now
Well,
these
that
guys,
makes
right?
sense.
But
That
but
makes
but
sense.
but but okay. Let's take that fight out of the equation. Let's talk about fights in America. Um,
Mhm.
uh, how are these guys making $30 million a fight when the pay per views are only doing maybe 400, 500,000? I was about to say, I was about to say horsepower. How? Listen, these guys are making, Canelo, right?
Yeah,
Canelo has fought, people that you never really heard of, that you'd have to really know about them. Now he can sell, obviously, but I'd say maybe within the last like 5 fights, he's had one of them that maybe didn't even break 500,000 five hundred thousand
this guy.
500,000 pay per views, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
how are they making him get $50 million? Where is the money coming from? They
I
have to be
don't,
losing
bro.
money. They have to be losing money.
Yeah, they do. I mean,
because
gosh,
because
bro. I mean,
people you have more loyal fans in MMA, right? You have more loyal for no sorry specifically UFC. You have more loyal fans for UFC, so they're willing to pay because they pay for what they get. They get what they pay for. In boxing, I'm not going to pay because number one, I didn't even ask for this fight. So I'm not going to pay for the pay per view. That's not what I asked for.
yeah.
I will watch it. I will bootleg it, but I'm not going to pay for it. So you have a lot of people that they're not going to pay for the pay per views, especially in boxing. So where is the money coming from?
I mean, I
I don't
tell
get it.
people every day that boxing is run by the mob.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh
I heard
yeah,
that from you. I mean,
yeah,
so
yeah. 100%. You know what I'm saying?
you can guess where that money's coming from.
That's right. That's right. That's right. See. There's a
Because
lot of ways to make money when you're not the fighter. There's a lot of ways to make money in boxing. There's a
yeah,
lot of that, and that's partly the issue. But no, what were you gonna say?
well, I mean, it's just the only way that makes sense. Because I mean, it's just like you just explained. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
they
The
have to
money's
be losing money.
they have to be losing money. So you already know exactly what you just said. You know what I'm saying? They have to be put. This money's come from somewhere else. And I guess it's a good business plan. I get, and for the people that you don't know their names, it's a great business
Mhm.
plan. But quite interesting stuff for sure. But what do you think about John Jones wanting $30 million? Is he justified? Let me see what. Let me know what you
I
think.
mean, if he's saying that he wants $30 million after the night is over, then I don't think that's I don't think that that's crazy. That is that crazy. Oh my goodness. But if he's asking for 30 million guaranteed, I think that that's ridiculous, and I don't think that they're going to give that to him. I mean, the highest I feel like the highest guarantee that they've ever given is somewhere around 10 mil. I don't feel like they don't usually give like over 10 mil guaranteed.
That's a big check.
Even if I mean, yeah, it is a huge check, but even if you look at every pay-per-view the last year, bro, like you're not gonna find numbers like that, or even the last 10 years. Not I can't say the last 10 years, but the last 5 years. Just I don't, yeah, bro, I don't believe that he's gonna get 30 mil. He could make 30 mil. He could make more than that, honestly.
On the back
But like,
end. On the
yeah,
back
but
end.
yeah, if he's asking for 30 mil on the back end, then that is something that I could understand. If you have that name, if you look at the fact that Connor took home, if you look at the fact that Connor took home 50 million, him asking for 30 is not even actually, him asking for 30 on the back end is actually not
Right.
even that,
And it's his
it's
last
not
fight.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be
Hmm.
his last fight.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I get it. I get it. I do. I definitely do. But honestly, the more I think about this fight, man, the more I see John Jones losing. Am I crazy for that?
I mean, no, not necessarily. I mean, you have to look at the fact that he's bigger. I mean, Tom is bigger. He's younger, 32. He's kind of in his prime right now. Um, John Jones is a bit older. His last two fights at light heavyweight, he arguably lost the fight with that. I mean, I think he lost. He arguably lost the fight with Dominic Reyes. I mean, officially he didn't, but he had two very close fights at the end of his light heavyweight reign. He was,
Who
yeah, he
was who
lost to
was this?
Dominic Reyes and Thiago Santos.
Okay, okay, gotcha.
So yeah, the sledgehammer. But he
Mm.
has a sledgehammer tattooed on his chest.
Tiago Santos. That's
Yeah.
yeah. I know who he is. I know who he is.
Yes,
Um.
bro.
Okay, and even his last two fights, he looks slow, man. He looks slow, and he doesn't look like he has the same amount of
He's
punch
bigger though. He
resistance.
is bigger. He,
He's
he is
bigger,
he
yeah.
is not. Yeah,
Of course, you're
he's
right.
not as light.
Adam Hurley asked, "Who do you think the best heavyweight boxer is?" I mean, Usyk right now. Are you talking about
Yeah,
in
right now.
history or just right now? I mean, we have to give
Right
it to
now,
Usyk.
dude. Right, Usyk is the British, like, what
You
do
know
they
he's
call
from
him?
the Ukraine, right?
Usyk?
Usyk is from the Ukraine, bro.
No, nigga. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
saying. I'm trying to say he's like the British, like,
Oh,
killer. Is
oh,
what I'm
okay. Oh,
saying.
my bad. Okay, Adam Hurley says right now. Yeah, yeah. We got. I mean, we
Yeah,
gotta say
Usyk
Usyk,
for
right? I
sure.
mean, Usyk. Now, and I want to actually. I'm glad you asked that. I want to address this. People are now saying that Usyk is the best fighter in the history.
Yeah.
We need to stop doing this. Okay, we really need to
It's
stop doing
recency
this.
bias.
Yeah. What? Okay. Now, we both agree that Usyk is the best heavyweight right now. But let's ask, who has he beat? He beat Tyson Fury twice. He beat Anthony Joshua twice. Great wins. Anthony Joshua had already been finished. Anthony Joshua had already took, I think, what, maybe one or two losses, but he already been knocked out, right? Anthony Joshua should have fought Deontay Wilder almost 10 years ago, right? So that's a good win, but it's not the best win in history. And then Tyson Fury has arguably lost 2 to 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, and Usyk, now again, this is no shade to Usyk, because Usyk, I mean, there's nothing you could really say
Yeah.
about him, right? He did what he needed to do. He's undisputed, right? He's the best right now. But people are now saying he's the best in history. Come on now.
Yeah.
We,
In
we
history, I mean,
we can't say that the competition is the same as it was in the 90s, right?
mhm.
In the 80s. We can't say that. We can't. And
So,
right, go ahead.
who do you think is better? Who do you think is better? Do you think Sugar Ray Leonard is better, or do you think Floyd is better?
I will answer that. Adam Hurley says, I think Bakoli beats Usyk. He's got really fast hands and big time power. Bakoli can definitely beat Usyk. Bakoli, the thing about Usyk is he's there to be hurt. He can be hurt. Anthony
Mhm.
Joshua hurt him. Um, Fury hurt him actually in the first fight. And Dubois hurt him. So if you see, and this is why I always thought that Wilder would actually beat Usyk. Personally, stylistically, I think it would be. I don't think it would be a great fight for that Wilder either if he goes to the 12th round. But I think if Wilder connects with him, I think he sparks him. You know what I'm saying? And you know, now Usyk years ago, he said Wilder he's going to beat the Robert Helenius fight in New York. He never showed up. He never showed up. So I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I think Usyk can be beaten. I mean, he's got to someone's got to knock him out. I don't think you're gonna outbox Usyk. I think his
100%.
footwork is superior to anyone I've seen in the last 3-4 years
Has
in
he
heavyweight
lost?
boxing. Oh, he's undefeated right now. People say he should have lost to Dubois because Dubois hurt
Mhm.
him, but they said it was a low blow, so they gave him a bunch of time, and then he ends up knocking out Dubois later on in that fight. But you know, I thought it was a legal blow, but you know, hey, you know, it is what it is. You know, but
Oh, that's
Sugar, Sugar Ray Leonard.
funny.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. My bad. No, no, no.
You
Because I
said
asked you that question. I want to hear the answer to that.
you said Sugar Ray Leonard versus Floyd.
Yeah.
Man, that's a hard fight, man. That's a hard fight. Okay, out of ten fights, I'd say Floyd would win 6 of them, and Sugar Ray would win 4 of them. I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, and you're not. And no,
I don't
go
know.
ahead and let me know
I
what you think.
mean, I don't disagree. I don't
And
necessarily disagree, I should say, but I think that they're very even. Genuinely would put it at 5-5, bro. I mean, they are very.
and I agree with that. As I agree with that as well. I agree with that as well. I can't disagree with that as well because they
Yeah.
are. See the,
So on any
the only
given night, either one could win on any given night,
right. The only thing, right, is that
stylistically.
is we haven't seen Floyd lose before, right?
Hmm.
And we've seen now. Look, I mean, I've seen Sugar Ray Leonard, come back on the scorecards or come back at the end of a fight and knock Thomas Hearns out. We've seen that, but we've seen. I mean, at the same time, we've seen Floyd almost get knocked down and
Hmm.
come and. But the thing about Floyd is he's
Who's that?
dominant.
Mosley, right?
Yeah, Mosley, right.
Shin Mosley.
The thing
Okay.
about Floyd is when he does, have some adversity, he comes back and he's dominant for the rest of the fight
Hmm.
or whatever. Because if you watch the Zab Judah fight, right? Have you watched that fight?
Nah, not yet, dude.
Oh, you need to
Yeah,
watch that fight,
listen,
bro. You got to
I
watch
need to
that
make
fight
a
this
list.
weekend. Yeah,
All right.
listen, I
Cause you
watched
do
your
all
fight.
right,
Yeah,
because you do watch the fights that I
yeah,
feel
yeah, yeah,
okay. All
yeah.
right,
You
all right, all
give
right.
me. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, right?
Touche.
When I was younger, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I watched that fight, you know, um, and I watched that fight, and let me tell you, it felt like I was watching a movie. No
Mm,
lie, it was the first time that someone was in there faster than Floyd, beating him
mm-hmm,
to the punch. Right? Um, I'd say about round 5 is when Floyd started to get his rhythm and start to figure out what Zab was doing, and then basically he got Zab frustrated, and Zab started making a lot of mistakes, and he capitalized on him, and he dominated the rest of the fight. But those first 4 to 6 rounds, bro, that was the first time you saw a dude faster than Floyd, beating him to the punch. He unofficially dropped Floyd as well. He unofficially dropped him. His hand touched the canvas, but the referee didn't call it. Right. So,
mm-hmm.
but with Sugar Ray, I mean, stylistically, man, he was superb. Stylistically, stylistically, Sugar Ray was superb, man. He was lying on his feet. He was man, it's one of those fighters where like, damn, he just looks so fluid. He looks so fluid. He looked
Mm-hmm.
like water. If I had to put a boxer to equivalent to Bruce Lee, I would say it would be Sugar Ray Leonard because he was just
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
water. He was his body just moved fluid, man, and he was awesome to watch, man. Um, but
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, I
but
have no
yeah,
problems with that.
yeah,
I have
yeah,
no
but
problems with that.
but I mean, I think a lot. I think Usyk can be beaten. Now again, he's 36 years old. To me, I
Mm,
don't really think there's not much. I mean, unless he wants to get Deontay Wilder under his resume. I mean, that's a good win still. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I mean, Wilder is actually returning in April. I think he's actually going to be fighting in New York. I do not want to see him fight. I think it's over for him.
yeah,
I,
I mean,
you know,
he doesn't need to.
he doesn't need to, and it's only really realistically, it's only making his legacy worse. Um,
I
you
mean, it's
know,
making his legacy worse in his health, man.
his health, right, his
His
health.
health. I mean,
I mean, yeah, I mean, mainly, yeah, largely his health. I mean, he just looked like a shell of himself that last fight. He looked
yeah.
discombobulated.
He. What was the name of the guy he fought again? I did see
Zweli,
some of it.
something Zweli. He's a Chinese guy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
Oh
remember
no.
his
Oh yeah.
name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zhang, Zhang,
Zhang. I
Zhang. Yeah,
remember.
yeah, yeah.
I wasn't even thinking of him. I was thinking of a black guy. I was thinking of a
Uh,
different guy.
who the hell did he fight with Black? The last fight. Who the hell did?
Hold on. I'll
Oh, no,
tell
no,
you
no.
right now.
No, his last two fights were Zhang and then Joseph Parker and then Hellenius. The last two fights he
Okay.
lost and he knocked out
Hmm.
Hellenius. Then before
Yeah.
that was Fury. It was Fury, and
Hmm.
that saga was about 3 4 years, 5 years
Hmm.
actually. Think it was 5 years. That whole saga, and
Joseph
so
Parker.
yeah, Joseph Parker.
Joseph Parker. What is he?
He's a good fight. He's white.
No, what is he? Oh, he's
He's
white.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, he's
so I
white.
don't know. Who
I
did
don't
I
know.
He.
I don't know which guy you saw him
Yeah,
fight.
I could be remembering that wrong. But oh yeah. No, I am totally remembering that wrong. I asked you actually about the Zane fight because I saw it. I saw the
Mm.
and I saw him get knocked out and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because I was asking like, what did he? Was he complaining?
Uh
Like, why did he just turn around and walk?
I don't know. I think I had an answer for you at the time. But I mean, me thinking about it now, I just think he got hit and he got confused.
Because what happened was he
Oh,
literally
you know what?
turned around
No,
and
no, you
walked
know what?
away.
You know what it was? You know what it was? He got hit and the hit like swiped his eye. And like
Oh,
and so he looked back, he went to go look for the referee, which obviously he shouldn't do anyway, but he went to go look for the referee, and at that point Zhang came from behind and knocked him out. But that's what happened. It hit him, but like it swiped his eye, it looked like. And like I guess he couldn't see, and he was going to the referee, and that's all she wrote.
bro, you got to use your voice.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
You
my
got
point,
to.
is like he looked like he wasn't there. Like he
Yeah, that was
looked
just
like,
that's
like
crazy.
as a boxer, he's been in 40
As a
plus fights.
professional.
As a professional boxer, he's been in 40 plus fights. He should know this, right? He should know
Hmm.
this, right? I mean, we've seen him do it to dudes. We've seen him have it the other way around. Like we've seen someone kind of turning their back and he's swarming on them. We've
Hmm.
seen that from him. So like, I don't think he did not. It's not that he didn't know. I just think his brain unfortunately, man, and I'm a huge Wilder fan, but father time, man,
Yeah,
father time,
yeah, I agree with you. I
you
think
know
that I mean, first of all, ref, my eye, ref, my eye.
what are they gonna do?
That's what you should. That's what you should have done.
But even, I mean, but even
Because if
so,
you do
like,
that,
right?
but if you do that, the ref is gonna be like,
True,
okay,
true,
stop. The
facts,
ref
all
is gonna
facts,
stop. Is gonna say stop.
all
Because
facts, yeah.
even in MMA, bro, like if you have a reaction, even if the shot is not low, but if
Mhm.
you have that reaction, that ref might
Right, they
stop the
gotta
fight and
say,
he's gonna be keep it up. But
right, right, right.
but you gotta, if
No,
it's
you're
not
one
something that
thousand
he can
percent
see,
right.
you gotta use your voice, man. You
Right,
gotta
you're
use your
one
voice.
1,000% correct.
Advocate for
1,000.
yourself, brother.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Just some. I mean, there's even dudes. I don't know if you know this, but there's dudes like Keith Thurman. They'll spit out their mouthpiece just to get some time. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah. They'll,
mean,
they'll
I
spit it
mean, I've
out.
seen it many
Yeah,
times,
yeah. And I mean,
but
and it
I mean,
works, and it works because
I've seen it get knocked out. I've seen that too.
I've seen dudes just spit it out. Okay, just they get hit with a body shot and they need some time and they just spit that thing out. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. Keith Thurman, he did that a couple times in his last fight.
Is that allowed in boxing?
If it comes out, they got to stop the fight. They got to find your mouthpiece. They got to put it back in. Right. That's a good 20-25 seconds. That's enough time for you to recover. It's enough time for you to get your win back. Right.
That's kind
You
of
know.
dirty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's a tactic that they use.
That's very dirty.
It's a
I
tactic.
mean,
I have never been like hurt where I had to stop enough in the fight. But like, if I'm tired or if I'm like, yeah, if I'm tired, I'll just tie up. I'll just tie up.
mhm,
Put them, or even some. I mean, I was mostly fighting bigger dudes, but I'd be on the
mhm.
ropes. I just tie up. I just tie up, get a breather, and pivot out. You know what I'm saying? Then come back. But like there's methods, man, in boxing. I mean, they do all sorts of stuff. They do all
Yeah,
sorts of stuff
I
to
mean,
get advantages.
yeah,
You know.
it's interesting. I mean, I just don't guess. I mean, obviously, yes, there's some stuff that happens like that in MMA. Mainly, actually, what I'm glad we brought this up because I actually thought about this earlier. But Yoel Romero versus Kennedy versus Tim Kennedy. Um, do you remember? Have you heard of Stoolgate before?
Yes, I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
talking about, but I want you to break it down though. Because
I
I
mean,
don't know. I know about it, but I don't know the science behind it. So yeah, definitely tell me.
essentially what happens is they go to start the round, and Yoel Romero will not get up off his what's it called, his
Stool.
stool. So they
Yeah.
spill like water in the octagon, and then they're trying to clean it up. They spill it on purpose, and then they're trying to clean it up, and then while it's happening, Yoel Romero's just recovering, and then comes back, and then like maybe 30, maybe like a minute into the next round, now he knocks out Tim Kennedy. and Tim Kennedy had him in trouble.
Right.
You know,
Right. Didn't he
that
have him hurt? He had him hurt, right? He
had
had
him
him on
hurt
skates.
bad. He
Uh-huh.
had him hurt bad, and then it's just like that time just gave him so much
That's
time
all
to
you need.
recover, bro.
That's
Bro,
all
30
you need.
seconds is a
Yes.
lot,
It's a lot of time. It is
dude.
a lot of time. People don't
Yeah,
understand. Listen, the average fight lasts for 30 seconds. On the
yeah,
street, you're not finding anyone 9 times out of 10, you're not finding anyone for more than 10 to 20 seconds to 30
yeah.
seconds, right? That's that time of just sitting down and letting your mind and body rest. That could be everything you need to get that win. People don't understand. This is why when people say,
And they're at
"Oh,
the highest level,
the
bro.
highest level of
And
fighting,
they're
of
at the
combat
highest
sports."
level. The shape that they're in, they're
Yes.
gonna recover. They're gonna recover quick.
Right. Yeah, yeah. And they train for that. They train
Yeah,
for fast recovery. Right. And so when people say, "Oh, Wilder getting or sorry, Fury getting an extra well, he got like 10 seconds, extra 10 seconds. Sometimes that's all you would need, man. Sometimes that's
yeah.
all you would need. It is what it is. I mean, it's what I'm saying? Like it's not much
Hmm.
time that it takes. Look, Devin Haney got hit in that first round of the Ryan Garcia fight.
Yeah.
Hit, stunned. You know what I'm saying? Immediately, first
Hmm.
round. But he recovered. He recovered quickly.
Yeah,
Um,
bro. These fighters recover very fast. They recover
fast.
mid-fight. They
Yeah,
get rocked and recover as they're fighting, dude.
yes.
So I mean,
Yes.
you sitting on a stool for 30 seconds is
And more
preposterous.
than enough. More
It's
than enough.
insane.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
here's
man.
my
I
my
mean,
question is is that a tactic that they use? Is that like what they
I've
do?
never seen any other person do that. Never
So
seen
like
any other person do that.
my,
I mean, if that happens, then you should have lost the fight. You
right.
should have lost the fight because
Yeah.
you're refusing to get up. You're
Right.
refusing to get up and go into
And go into
the
the
fight.
fight. Okay, well, so
Yeah,
let me
I actually saw something so funny this week, bro. This boxer, it was an amateur boxing match, and then they tied up, and the ref said break, and and this guy, he like leans on the rope, like not leaning his back, like he just turns around and like leans on the ropes, like just like chills out on the ropes, and
oh wow, guy said break.
the ref and the ref and the ref yells at him, bro, like someone's dad, like someone yelling at a dog, bro, telling
Mhm.
him to stop. He was like, box.
Box.
He
Yeah,
was like,
man.
box. He's like, what are you doing, stupid? He's
Uh-huh.
like, he thought he said break. He's like, oh, I thought we were
Right.
supposed to take
A
an actual
break.
break.
Come on, bro.
Bro,
Come
I'm
on.
like,
Listen.
dog.
So wait, so let me ask you this. Okay, so Yoel is on the stool.
Yeah.
Did they at that point did they like how did they spill the water? Like you know what I'm
They
saying?
spilled the water was in a bucket because you
Okay,
have a
so
bucket
they
of
kicked
ice
the
water.
bucket
So
over.
so they kick the
Okay.
bucket over, and then
Okay.
they're trying to clean it up. And then as they're cleaning it up, Yoel's just on the stool.
Just on the
He's not
stool.
getting up. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
how should have it worked? Should Yoel stood up, wait for the thing to get clean
There,
and then fight?
there is, bro. This is, I don't even know what you call it. It's a true just red herring, bro. There's blood on the mat. Like it's not. It doesn't matter if people spit on the canvas.
Mm.
Or I said blood. I said the mat. There's blood on the canvas,
Right, but I
and there's
thought
and
water.
spit and sweat.
I thought they do make sure water is off because people slip.
I mean, it's it's a hit or miss, bro. Because some people want that. Some people
Mhm.
actually want that moisture because when your feet are dry, you actually slip more. So it's actually when your feet are. It's actually when you're dry is when you slip. It's like when the guys first go in there is when they slip. When you get a little bit of moisture actually on your feet, this is actually what some guys do is they'll throw down some water on the canvas and rub their feet in it to
Mm.
get like whatever, like just get like some moisture on their feet or whatever. But it gives you actually you are more likely to slip when everything's dry.
Right. Okay. So it's all dusty and
Yeah,
all that. Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I definitely saw that, and I saw that. What was his name? Matt? Was it Matt Hamill? Who did he fight?
Tim Kennedy.
Tim Kennedy. Yeah. And the I mean, I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Like as
Yeah,
far
I
as
mean it's
like laughing at it, but like I mean, I saw his reaction. He's like he was just so angry. He was just like, bro,
yeah,
if you're not getting up off the the stool that you
And then, bro,
lose.
it's hard. It's composure, bro. It's composure because he's just like, bro, I've like what? Like he should be out of here. And
Mhm.
then also like,
Yeah, in your mind.
oh, bro, but listen to, but also why that's so crucial is that is Yoel Romero's style.
Oh,
Yoel Romero's style is he will lull you. He will move slow the whole fight. He'll lull you, and so having that cardio, at the end of the fight is
mhm,
part of his style.
mhm,
So I mean,
mhm.
that, but it was just it was a dirty little trick that they did. But I mean, hey, some people say if you're not cheating, you're not trying to win. Some people say that. I don't necessarily agree with that, but
Also, it's a
you know,
mental thing as
it just
well, because I don't know if you've been in a situation where like it's the end of the
breaks
fight,
your
or
focus.
yeah, it breaks your it breaks your focus, and it's like you almost know, you're like, okay, now I got him. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of
Hmm.
get like, not lazy, but you kind of get complacent, and you stop making critical. Do you know where I'm coming from? Like,
Yeah,
you just kind of, you don't let off the gas. It's not as much as letting off the gas, but it's more so as, okay, you get comfortable. Okay, I got him now.
it's momentum. It's a
Momentum, yes.
momentum thing
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
it's just yeah, bro. Yeah, man. I mean that it was just dirty, and it's just like they really just should have stopped the fight. I've seen them. I don't. I mean, it's kind of a lot to ask to overturn it, but I don't know if it is really though, because I mean they've overturned decisions before. I mean, look at John Jones and Daniel Cormier. They went and overturned that, but I mean that was for something like super serious, like a failed
Right.
drug test.
Well, I
So
personally, I don't think it should have been overruled, but personally, I think it was a ref.
should have lost right there.
It was, well, I mean, yeah, no question about that. But the ref messed that up. That this is what
I
happens, man.
think
This is what
I
or
think it was
whoever was
Mark.
officiating. What,
Let me
Mark
look
Hamill?
that up right now.
Was it Mark Hamill?
Nigga, what is with you and Mark Hamill, bro?
Wait, is that a fighter or is that just a
No, bro,
ref?
I've never. It's Matt Hamill. It's
Okay, bro. You
it's
know what's funny? I
Matt.
said I said Matt at first. Actually, I said Matt at first.
Oh, you did? Okay, my
I
bad.
did. And no, yeah. Well, first name I said. First name I said was
Oh
Matt, or yeah, Matt Hamill. Who is that? Is that the referee?
no, the referee is Mark Goddard.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
Mark,
but
I think it was Mark Goddard. Hold on, I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look
mm,
at it right now.
okay.
Yoel Romero versus Tim Kennedy. Oh, Stoolgate's right there. I'm pretty sure that it was Mark. No, it wasn't Mark Goddard. Oh, it was
Was it Herb Dean?
um no, it's not Herb Dean. I can't remember this guy's name. Why is this bro? I don't know why I can't remember this guy's name. But yeah, nah.
If you're in
It
the building, like the
was
video. If you're in the building, like and subscribe. You feel me? Go ahead.
yeah, it really just should have been stopped right there. But I think that's just the main
Yeah,
the main thing to take away from this. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
but
well.
there actually is one other something else I wanted to talk to you about regarding MMA.
Okay.
Mainly the ranking situation. We talked about it last week, but I saw something this week that really solidified in my mind that like um the rankings just don't matter, bro. Literally I'm just the divisional rankings. The only list that matters is pound for pound. That's the only list that matters.
Mhm.
The divisional rankings, all they are useful for is letting you know who should fight who next. That is it,
Right.
genuinely. So what I saw was if you go to the UFC rankings, I mean, Max Holloway moved up to lightweight. Okay, so
So
let's
he's
just
officially moved
establish
up.
that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
he's official.
let's just establish that. And the way that the divisional rankings work, when you beat someone, you take their spot. Okay, so that's how Diego Lopez at featherweight ended up. He made a big jump. I can't remember exactly where he was ranked, but it's what the hell am I looking at?
All right.
What?
I'm just putting this out there. Tank is a weirdo. Tank is a weirdo.
Bro, nah,
Okay.
man, that's some Oscar De La Hoya stuff, dude.
This you're saying it right
Dude,
now. You're saying it right now that Tank is a weirdo. Tank is doing some weird stuff right now. Um,
Bro,
uh,
you know what's so funny though? That shit looks like it belongs there.
bruh, this dude on that, bruh. Listen, man, and you know what's crazy, bro? Okay, so some dude on Facebook was like, they posted he's looking zesty, right? And I look and some dude and I seen the comments like, yo, this actually looks. Some of people are saying, yo, this looks. I said, bro, it does not look sick. And this guy said, what did he say to me? He said, um, he started talking about Tank's money. I'm like,
Wait a
bro,
minute. Is that Tank's real hair? Did he like what did he do? Did he get a perm?
he got a perm. He got a perm.
Oh man, he's gonna
Bro,
get a Jerry curl next.
bro, is this not weird? Like, am I tripping? This is weird. Am I
I mean,
lying?
it's just like it seems like he's bored, bro. Like what? Why? I don't understand why you would go out and do that. To be honest.
So what does this look like?
Oh, that's fucking crazy.
What does that look like? Is that him being bored as well? Is that
Bro,
him
that's
being bored, bro?
unbelievable. Yo, Mark, I'm so glad you brought this up because we need to talk about John Jones in this shit.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we
Wait.
need to talk about John Jones.
But
Because John Jones did something similar.
John Jones is something similar? He on that zesty time?
Dog, dog.
I mean, people
I'm
in the
gonna share
chat.
my screen. Listen.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
gonna share my screen. It falls under fair use because it's on
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay.
So
Oh,
let me
wait.
pull up this video for you.
Okay. Make sure it doesn't get copyright.
Yeah, because it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
It's on you. So it's not like it's a clip from a excuse me. It's a clip from a comedy show.
Okay. Yeah.
So
In the comments, let me know what you guys think, guys. I mean, is this weird? Is this normal for you to do this with your brothers? You know what I'm saying? To me, this is weird. I've never done that with my brother. I've never done that. We grown men. I've never done that. I've also never got. This is weird to me.
dog,
I don't know.
can you
Yeah. Go
hook? I
go ahead.
mean, it does. Listen, it's a little bit cultural, right? Because if you're Italian, I can
That's right.
understand this.
If you're Italian,
Okay,
okay, all right. That
if
specific
you're
set.
Greek,
That
I can understand this.
right.
All right, now
Uh-huh.
if you're a Black American,
I can't
listen, bro.
understand it.
If you want to be gay, be gay.
Do
It
you
doesn't.
think?
I
Do
could
you
be
think?
straight.
Just
Do
just
your thing.
just,
Like it
just
doesn't
say
affect
that.
me, but don't stop capping.
That's stop capping. That's all we ask. Just
Ju-
stop capping. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. That's all. Just look, just like the
Yeah.
kid said to Tank
We
the
could do
other
all.
day. Just like the kid said to Tank the other day. He said Gervonta Davis. That's what he said to him. I don't.
Damn.
Apparently that's his friend called him Gervonta Davis. He said
Damn.
why don't you tell him about all the stuff you done? And we don't know what's going on. Tank is on some weird stuff. Yeah.
Wait, he said
Yeah.
that?
You said that, bro. Look, there's
No.
Hollywood, and I got at this point, bro. I gotta call this dude Hollywood because this. It seems
Dude,
a
we could do a whole
pattern.
episode. We
Yeah.
could
All
do a
right.
whole
I'll,
episode on
I'll
this stuff.
digress on that
We could
point,
do a whole
but
episode.
I'm gonna leave this up here. But I'm
But
waiting
no,
until you put your stuff up
no,
here.
we're gonna look at the John Jones one.
All right.
I'm
Let
gonna
me know
let
when to
this.
put it up.
I'm gonna let
Yeah.
this. Oh, let me. You want me to send it to you then?
No. Put it up there, but just let me know when you want me to. I
All
can
right.
see it
Hold on a second.
technically. But all you Tank
Um.
fans, you got to answer to this. What's going on? What's Tank doing? What's Tank doing? Yeah, he can knock people out. Cool. Is he fighting the best people? No, he's not. And why is he doing this
Yeah.
weird stuff?
I about to share now. About to share my
Okay.
screen now.
All right. Go
All
ahead,
right.
share it.
What the hell? Oh, select window. Just choose entire screen.
Yeah.
Whoa! I just created an infinite glitch. All right, look at this.
Oh,
Can you hear this?
No, but I know this. I know this one. I saw this before.
Oh, you guys can't. You can't hear the sound.
No, they can't hear the sound. I'm not sure if you.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, let me send it. Maybe I could send it to you.
I've watched it before. I know about this one. It's funny
Okay,
as
so you
hell.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, it's funny as hell.
He said finger in the butthole.
Yeah. No, I mean, what's going on with these guys, man? What's going on with these guys?
In it, well, from what other people said, there was a guy that was there, right? There was
Mhm.
a guy that was there, and he came out, and he also said that he was like with some dude. He called the dude his Kiwi.
His Kiwi.
Yeah.
His Kiwi.
Hold on. That's what I heard.
He's
in the
Kiwi.
video. I don't know. I don't know if that's like a. I'm looking up on Urban Dictionary right now. I don't know if that's
Kiwi.
like a
I think that sounds familiar. I think Tank said that too.
kiwi.
I think Tank said that too.
Kiwi. Urban.
Dude is Kiwi. Dude
Kiwi.
is
Urban
Kiwi, man.
Dictionary. Okay.
Oh,
Wait.
that yeah, that's it.
Oh.
Yes,
Okay. It's a
yeah, yeah,
person
yeah.
from New Zealand.
Oh no. No. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's like a term. That's like a term, like it's like a term for like a small. We don't want to get flagged, all right? But
I think that
or
is
might be a word
um
where it might be a word I'm confusing. Maybe.
I know what you mean. It's TWNIK. All right, INK
Oh
rather.
yes, yep. That's what that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Kiwi. I don't know. It just says a
Yeah.
person from New Zealand, but he was also extremely drunk, so I probably heard what he was saying incorrectly. But I thought he said my Kiwi or something like that, which I'm like, is that an innuendo? But I don't know, bro. I listen. I don't know. All I'm
I
saying
don't
is,
know. I don't
bro.
know.
It's just, man. I don't know, man. They just need to stop, bro. They need to stop the cat.
They
That's it,
stop the
man.
cap.
That's
Hey,
just be who
look.
you are. Just be who you are. Be
Be
who you are,
true.
bro.
Live your truth, right? That's what they say. Live your truth.
Yes, yes.
You know what I'm
Just be
saying?
who you are, dog.
I'm on Tank because he a punk. Really, I'm on Tank because he a punk.
Uh, just hope he doesn't see this.
Hey, look, hey, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
I'm joking.
I'm not, listen, I'm not the
Yeah. I
professional
mean, speak your
boxer
mind.
claiming that I'm gonna fight this and this person next, and it never happens. He has claimed he's gonna fight Devin Haney. He's claimed he's gonna fight Shakur Stevenson. He's claimed he's gonna fight Teofimo Lopez. Oh, he's gonna, all these dudes, and we never get the fight. Now he's fighting this dude Roach. No one. This guy's a smaller guy from 130. Okay, so essentially, what Tank is doing is what Canelo's doing. Except
Hmm.
Canelo has actually technically fought people in his past.
Bigger than him.
Well, not even that, but he has a resume. In my
Hmm.
opinion, he doesn't have looking
Has
at the resume.
Tank beat any champs?
He's beat champs, but no
How?
one. He doesn't have a legacy fight, bro. To put it to you, just long story short, he doesn't have a legacy fight.
Yeah.
And what I mean by
I
legacy
mean,
fight,
what Devin's legacy fight would be Lomachenko, right?
that's a legacy fight.
Yeah.
Lomachenko, Kambosos one and two, I'd say probably one because everyone knew he was going to win in number two. But Camboso, Loma, Regis,
Hmm.
Jorge, Linares, those are all legacy fights. All legacy fights because those are fights that you didn't. I mean, I knew he was going to win, but bro, listen. I had people when he was about to fight Camboso for the first time. People were telling me at my boxing gym
Chambosis.
yeah, Cambosis, he was gonna
Yeah.
that Cambosis a lightweight was gonna be able to beat Errol Spence. I had people telling me this.
So here's my question for you. What do you think needs to happen in boxing for it to go back to like how it was in like the golden era of like heavyweights and like when we were seeing Hearns and Duran and
Yeah,
Hagler
right.
and
All those
Sugar
guys
Ray
mixing
fight
together.
each other. Like they all lost to each other, you know?
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's like, you know, what do you
Honestly,
think needs to happen?
I think we're on a good track, and the reason why I say that is because Turkey Al Sheikh is making moves, and he's essentially paying fighters what they want to be paid,
Hmm.
and it's coming to the point where it's like, okay, if you don't want to fight him, it's not about money at this point. It's just because you don't want to fight him. So now
Hmm.
we're weeding out the guys
Yeah,
that are
yeah,
scared
yeah.
versus the guys that actually just want to be paid for their money. Because for the longest time, everyone was saying that Terrence Crawford didn't want to fight Spence, and Spence didn't want to fight Terrence Crawford. When the real people knew that wasn't the case, these brothers just wanted to get paid. They wanted to get paid for their services. And after really 7 years of back and forth, those brothers got paid, and the fight actually
Hmm.
happened. Right. So if we
Hmm.
have a dude like Turkey Al Sheikh, he's willing to pay these boxers what they deserve. He's willing to stage these fights in Saudi Arabia. Now I
Well,
think
not
it
even
should
just
be
what they deserve, bro. What they ask for,
what they asked for. I think, yeah, and more. He said he was
more
gonna
than what
let
they deserve.
he
Yeah.
he said he was gonna have he said he wanted Tank to fight Devin he would give him $20 million plus a Ferrari. Plus a Ferrari. Tank said no. Now, what does that tell you? What does that
Yeah.
tell you? Now, I'm not saying that Tank
But
is. No, go ahead.
I mean, I just don't see why that even is a thing to like turn down because I mean, haven't
Yeah,
they sparred in the past? I mean,
yeah,
Devin obviously was 17 at the time, but
right, right. But you,
I watched that sparring video.
the 20 minute one,
Yeah.
the 20 minute one.
No,
Okay,
no,
what?
no, no, no. The one where well, was that the same one? He was 17.
Yeah. Okay. So there's okay. Yes. Okay. Let me break it down. There is three technically things that you may have heard. One is when he was 14 and Tank sparred and he said Tank got the best of him. Right. Then they sparred when he was 17, and that was a
Hmm.
short clip that 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 Floyd Mayweather sent to Ryan Garcia, where they chopped
Hmm.
it up, they edited it, and they only showed the fight. They only showed the parts where Tank did good. And then once Tank and Floyd were fighting, Floyd finally, almost 10 years, they fight. Now this sparring match has been like talked about for literally like 8 years. Like no one, people had the footage, but no one was allowed to release it. Like
Yeah.
for a good 8 years, right? So Floyd and Durante was having an argument. Magically, the whole 20-minute sparring match gets uploaded. Right
Hmm.
now, in the 20-minute fight, you see
Yeah, I got leaked.
Tank. Like, yeah, you already know. But in that 20 minutes, you see Tank getting dominated. Now, Tank obviously did have moments, but for the most 20 minutes, Tank made him quit. And that's why for years Bill Haney was saying that Adrian Broner's dad paid him because the bet was that Tank could make Devin no, whoever quits first loses. And
Hmm.
Adrian Broner's dad bet money on Tank, and obviously Bill Haney's dad bet on Haney. And so for years and years and years, Haney's dad was why to get paid? Why to get paid? Because Tank lost. And you should watch the 20-minute sparring match though. It's really good.
Hmm.
Like I said, Tank has his moments, but for the most part, Devin's dominating the fight. And for the record, I'm not saying that Tank is scared of Devin. I don't think he's scared of him personally. Um,
Hmm.
but he is scared of challenges, and he is scared of anyone that he doesn't know that he's going to win for sure. And this is his Tank's issue. This is Tank's issue. If he doesn't see something where he can 100% exploit you, he's not going to fight you, which is trash as the fan. As a
Hmm.
fan, you should be mad. You should be angry. And these dudes talking about, oh, Tank is the money maker. He can do what he wants. Okay, cool. Then give us the fights that
Hmm.
we're asking for.
I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous, bro. It's just ridiculous. I mean, you can never do this in the UFC, dude.
No,
You
no,
can never refuse to fight someone for 5 years.
yeah.
You'd lose.
No.
You don't have a job,
Yeah.
bro.
You're cut. You're cut, right?
Yeah, you're gone.
You're
Like
gone.
what? Like you can't. Like what? That
More.
is one thing that I would say about the UFC that is amazing, man. Is
Yes.
they give the fights what they give the fans what they want quick.
Quick.
You
No
know. So
marinating it.
this is this.
No this and that. Quick. Anthony
Yeah,
Joshua versus Deontay Wilder should have happened 10 years ago. 10 years ago.
I agree.
What happens when you wait? Dudes lose, they get knocked out.
Hmm.
Things happen, they get old. This marinating stuff needs to be done with.
Yeah, bro. I mean, if the only thing, so this is why people are so upset. This is why people are so upset at John Jones. You
Right.
know, because this it's already the precedent has already been set. When we want to see a fight, we're going to see it.
Right.
This is, you know, this is like something where it's like even look at like when Hamzat was going to fight Nate Diaz, right?
Mhm.
Like they just, that fight didn't happen, and I mean it was in New York. There could have, excuse me, there could have been some finagling,
Yeah, what
here and
do
there,
you
but
think do you, well, I'll get your
go for
opinion
it.
on it. I'll get your opinion on it maybe another episode because I'm sure that could go into a farther one. But go ahead, finish your thought.
Yeah, but it's just mainly that uh we don't really are not used to just not getting the fights that we want to see,
Mhm.
essentially. I mean, I guess we're kind of spoiled in that regard. But it's like, are we really? Because that's just exactly what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, and
We
again,
want to see good fights, and we want to see the best fight the best, which is
that's
what's
right.
supposed to happen.
Right. And hello, it's something you're paying for. This is not like
100%.
now, right? Like, don't get me wrong, right? I bootleg a lot of fights, right? Mainly because it's the fight that's not I never asked for it. But in MMA, right? And in UFC, I will go to a bar, right?
Hmm.
I contributed to it that way, but for boxing in a fight that I wanted for so long, Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. I spent $100. I bought a new TV. I bought a new TV. I bought the pay-per-view. I cooked. I made some rice and peas. I made some fish. I actually had a watch. I mean, it was only me and my dude, but I had a watch party essentially. I had that
Yeah.
going on, and then I had the Dustin Poirier versus I think it was Justin Gaethje fight on another screen. Bro, I went out. I went all out because they were fights I wanted. That was what I was paying for. So
Hmm.
if I'm paying for something, then you better believe that we should get the best of the best of the best, right? And
Yeah, man.
UFC
I mean,
delivers. UFC delivers. UFC doesn't disappoint. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
now I think honestly, and like I said, I think honestly, the boxing is on its way because Turkey Al Sheikh, he is essentially buying. He bought the essentially most of the rights to DAZN, right? So
Hmm.
now he might be controlling the portion of the zone, right?
I'm trying to
Um,
see the prices go down on that, my
well,
boy.
he that's what he was talking about for a while. He said the price should be going down too, right? Now,
Hmm.
I don't think he'll ever get in possession of top rank, but if they now, so best case scenario is they find a way to make all of the boxing promotions under one umbrella.
Hmm.
That's the big start. Now, after that, then they start to, you know, they gotta, man, they gotta get in control of this matchmaking. I
Hmm.
mean, right? I mean, they gotta have like, yo, you have to fight this person. There's no like, you don't want to fight him. The thing is with boxing is like they're really their own boss. You know what I'm saying? There's no, you know what I'm saying? Now, it depends on what type of contract they're in. But like it's not like MMA or UFC where like there's a president and he's like, you're gonna fight this dude. It's like, okay, you may not fight this guy. You may not want to fight this guy. Okay, you don't want to fight him? Well, okay, sit on the shelf for 2 years. You're still on contract, but I'm not gonna really get you another fight. That might suck, but he's not technically. It's not like he can't get another fight. You know what I'm saying? It's just like he's not likely going to
Hmm.
get a big fight. So it's like, but with I don't know, man. There's a lot of caveats. There's a lot of issues with it, but like I said, I think it's going in a good direction with this Turkey guy.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
we just gotta
I
see.
do really. I'm sorry. I do really like what you said about fighters not having the excuse of, oh, well, you're not paying me enough,
Mhm.
because that is genuinely always the excuse that they use.
Yep.
Like,
Oh, he's
oh, well,
pricing
you're
him out.
not.
He's pricing himself out, or
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not
Oh,
getting
it's
enough money.
even that's what I mean. To John Jones' credit, yeah, he did admit, at least that Tom is actually dangerous. But still, he's just like, oh well, you're gonna give me how much money to fight a younger, more dangerous guy with less of a name. I want to go and fight, a guy. I want an easier fight for bigger money, and and a big name. So I don't know, but
Man,
I mean,
how
I
do
do
you
know
how do you see that fight happening, or how do you see that fight
Tom
going, bro?
Aspinall and
Yeah.
John Jones. Okay, so I mean, stylistically, I mean, John, he gives John some serious problems because of his power. Also, John Jones is not really that good of a boxer. He's not. He's very good at using his attributes. He's really long, and he just has that advantage, and he's very good at using that advantage and keeping people at distance. Um, sorry, Tom Aspinall, or sorry, I'm gonna back up a little bit. But this is why he had issues with Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes
I
was
gotta watch
boxing his
that.
head off.
I'm gonna watch that fight
Dominic
tomorrow.
Dominic Reyes was landing some crisp boxing combinations on this man. I mean, you do need to watch it. I mean, even maybe I have an hour before I have to do something else, so maybe we could look at it after this. But he was boxing John Jones' head off, um, and so he poses a serious threat in the boxing, and his footwork is very good, very he's going to be able to get inside. He's faster than he's the fastest opponent he's ever fought. He's the biggest opponent he's ever fought, which is crazy. So I mean, he's just extremely dangerous. Now, how do I see the fight going? I think that it would be very close, but I don't. I think that Tom Aspinall having more experience, because if you think about it, he has more experience at heavyweight.
Right. For
He
sure.
has much more experience at heavyweight than John Jones does,
Hmm.
and he's extreme. Yeah, and he's never fought someone. I do think that Tom Aspinall would win. I don't think that he's gonna get John Jones out of there in like the first round or something like that, like he has done with pretty much everybody else. But yeah, bro, I do see Tom winning
Yeah,
three
the
to
more the more
three
the
to
time
two.
goes on, I honestly think at first, like when this about a year
Hmm.
ago when they were first supposed to fight with Stipe when the
Hmm.
fight was supposed to happen, I was like, nah, Jones would probably win right now, you know. But
Hmm.
when I saw him fight Stipe, I mean, he didn't look bad, but Stipe was landing good shots on him,
Hmm.
solid shots. Now,
Yeah,
and I think if
yeah, and
Tom
that
lands,
also speaks to Stipe. I mean, he's one of the
true,
great. He's the greatest heavyweight of all time. I mean, if in terms of just resume, I mean, he's the greatest heavyweight of all time. He's beat everybody. He beat DC twice, even though he did lose to him the first time. He lost to him in the first round, the first time. But he beat DC twice. Pretty much every person that Stipe has lost to, he's come back and he's beat them
right, and that is
once
that
or
is
twice.
that is that is a that is that tells me you're a
Hmm.
champion. That tells me,
Yeah,
and
I
I don't
mean
know
the
if
only
I'm hearing that, like as far as him being
yeah, the
great.
only people who he hasn't come back and beat are Francis Ngannou and John Jones.
Hmm.
So I mean, I think it was Junior Dos Santos that he lost to the first time. Um, that he lost to, and then he came back and he fought him again. It may have been. I don't think it was right after. It was actually may have been much later. He came back and fought him again and beat him. And then Daniel Cormier. They had three fights. I mean, all bangers, by the way. I mean, the first one was kind of quick, and it was a first round TKO or first round knockout. But um, the other two fights, I mean, they were amazing. They were super technical. Even the fight with that DC had their first fight against John Jones. That was a good fight too. It's a fly. It's a fruit fly. That was a good fight too. Um, but sorry, talk about Stipe. But so you can't discount that. But um, yeah, bro, I think that John Jones is older. He's 38 now. I think no, he's 37 now. Sorry, almost 38.
It's old,
And
man.
Tom, yeah, I mean Tom is younger, fresher.
It's his
He
time.
is faster. He's bigger. He is extremely powerful. He's very technical. So he's a better boxer than John Jones is, which is John Jones' weakness. He's going to be able to get inside the reach of John Jones, unless I mean, it's going to be very interesting, because John Jones also likes to use those oblique kicks to keep people back.
Hmm.
I'm curious to see how Tom deters that. I'm very interested to see how he, because if it's like a calf kick or something like that, you just check to essentially dissuade the person from doing that again.
Hmm.
And then that's going to open up your hands. It's going to open up, excuse me, other things. I have like acid reflux right now. I'm like burping. Um, it's going to open up other things, but I'm very curious to see how he deals with the oblique kick. I'm curious to see because that oblique kick, I mean, it's when you do something like that, you can get taken down. That's why I'm like, man, if Izzy ever fights Hamzat, it's going to be really bad.
Very bad.
It's it's
Very bad.
gonna be really bad because That no, like extremely bad. Like he
I
as
don't think
much
it
as
goes past first round. Honestly.
no. He would get it's right now his style right now he would get absolutely brutalized by
Hmm.
Hamzat.
Hmm.
In his style is just made for Hamzat to have for dinner, bro.
Hmm. Hmm.
His
Yep.
style. I mean, he is a
Food.
kicker,
Food.
so you have to think. You have to think about this. Israel Adesanya is my voice cracked. Israel Adesanya is a kicker, right? When you fight a wrestler in MMA, one of the things that any coach is going to tell you is do not kick him in the body,
Hmm.
okay? Because he's going to catch it and he's going to take you down, you know? Even a leg kick you can catch. Head kicks are much, obviously you can't catch a head kick because you'd have to get kicked in the head. But uh
Yeah.
but but yeah, bro, if he literally the only kick that he's going to be able to really use with any consistency against Hamzat is a head kick. And even that I feel like Hamzat's gonna block it and just swarm him
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
and
right. We
I
get
mean
real
it's
low.
gonna
It's not gonna be good
yeah,
for him. I
it's
don't. I don't.
it's just a bad matchup for him, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
Stylistically,
I don't want to see that happen.
yeah. 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 Stylistically, it's not a good fight, or it's not a good fight for him. Um. But yeah, we'll go ahead and just end it here. But
Yes,
you guys
sir.
already
Yes,
know what it
sir.
is,
Thank
man.
y'all.
You know what I'm saying? You guys already know what it is, man. Like and subscribe, man, if you've been in the building. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. We will be here next week. And yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Just come chill with us and we're here, man. The red corner,
Sir.
man. We out. Peace.
Yeah.